why.
So peaks is the first word that we have here in this Facebook Live. Hello, everybody. This is
Hi.
another Facebook Live Q&A live session for Hashing Headspace, of course. You see Conny has here and Winkler. Of course, we probably would love to see Ferry Segers as well, but he's not able to attend here this live session today because he has some private things going on, which is not a problem. He will be next week with us, of course. I just guess he will be there. And yeah, today we too will answer your questions.
I'm
All
back.
that you have, just asking in the comment section on Facebook, and we will be glad to try to answer all those questions. If you don't have questions, of course, we have a big topic we want to be talking today. And yeah, we will just have a great time with you here. Just one more side note before Conny can say her introduction. If you want to comment on Facebook, there is a link in the description to this live broadcast. It says something like streamyard.com/Facebook or so. Just click on that, please, if you want to comment, because then you can grant StreamYard the option to let them comment with your name, so that we can then show your name in the comments on this live if you want. If it's not a must, of course, but just click on that link if it's okay for you, that StreamYard is using your name when commenting on Facebook. Conny.
Hey, I'm back, guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And well, if you have any questions, please dump it in the live and just try to well understand that some things are not going like it should be. But if you have anything, then let us know. I'm glad to be back.
I
But
have a question, Conny.
oh,
I have the
okay.
first
Tell me.
question, I guess. Conny, you were not here last week. What did you do, by the way?
I had a competition.
A competition? Is it
Yes, I
something
was
about you and your
horseback.
horse or so?
I was on my horse. Yes, I had a competition. Yeah,
And did you
it's
win,
a.
or what was
Hmm?
it? Which place did you make, Conny?
Well, shall I show you guys?
Oh, you have your medals with you.
Of course I have. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me put it a little bit good in my hands here. And I can show
Yes.
you. I hope
Oh my
you about
God.
that.
That looks awesome.
So I got second place, guys.
Wow.
Second
I mean,
place.
second
Yes, I was
second
not really
place.
happy because I wanted to be first, but I competed against 40 people.
Oh, that's great.
So second prize is not that bad.
That's
So I'm very
really
happy. And it was a very, very nice day. We had a barbecue and live music and everything. So it was really amazing. And we do that every year, the competition. So we are competing with all the people who are standing with their horse on that stable. And we are
okay.
competing against each other.
Hmm.
So that's very fun. Yeah.
And is it that's really a personal question. Is it more like the rider on the horse, or is it more about the horse if you compete or if you win a race?
Now, what we do is you can choose. You can do it next to the horse, just walking with the horse,
Uh-huh.
and you can do it on top of the horse. So what I do is I do it always next to my horse, and then the second time I do it on my horse, the same course.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So, and you can choose what to do, you know. So it's really fun to do because you have to do things that a horse normally don't do.
Okay. That
So they
sounds
can be
interesting.
scared, you know, like that, and then they have to go over bridges and through things, you know.
And
So it's really fun.
they have to solve a mathematical formula, for example, right?
Yeah, well, maybe for them.
Okay, nice. That was just I wanted to just gap a bridge between talking about horses and about your competition and talking about the most important topic today, which should be the login stake, obviously on Hashing Ad Space, because there we have a formula and we want to teach people how to calculate their own Asimi profits that they will be making around or approximately in the login stake once they throw in their Asimi into the stake. And yeah, we'll be talking about this formula in the near future in a few seconds, and we will be talking about some updates on Hashing Ad Space. We will show you the dashboard and all that really good stuff. So I think we could start. We could start. We could start, right?
Yeah, of course. Just go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Since I have my dashboard already open, if it's okay with you, Connie, I would just show them my dashboard and show them my login stake page, so that we can both talk about the login stake and how everything goes there. So share my screen.
By the way, it's very exciting to have it new on, well, hashing it space, of course, because we didn't talk about it yet, because it's brand new, guys.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
guys, if you have anything about that, let us know because we want to help you out. And, well, he will share the screen and just tell you guys how it works, show you some things. Hi, guys. I can't see your names, but, well, welcome. Nice of you to be here.
Okay, now I have a problem, but I don't have a problem. I have the problem that I couldn't find it. Okay, I can now find it. Hashing ad space. This is the one I want to show. Yes. So, um, add to stream. So this is it. Can people see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, now we are on the side and we see the screen.
Okay, so I will go to this here. So here we are in my account in Hashing ad space. Just a quick overview of showing you around here. If you click on dashboard, you always come back to your dashboard in Hashing ad space, where you see the graph, how strong the Asimi is right now, the chart here. Then you see your current account balance, of course. Here you can see on the dashboard in the snapshot your current login stake, how many Asimi you currently have in the login stake. Your
I have
today's
one
minting.
question.
Yeah, of
Can
course.
I do that? Can I get a question?
Of course.
Because I was thinking, why is the pre-launch balance still there?
Aha, that's a good question. I always had the question, and I asked the question to one of our operators in Hashing ad space, and he told me that still some people have some Asimi in the pre-launch balance. Probably
Oh,
some accounts that really didn't log in for a very long time or so, but still we have some people, or some counts, I should say, that have some Asimi in the pre-launch balance. But in the near future, that should just go away, because we will just check if those people come back ever, and then this pre-launch balance line should just disappear, because we really don't need it anymore.
yeah, well, maybe somebody else had the same question, so I was like, okay, let me throw
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in.
And it just shows I also had that question, because I asked that question the operator, and he just told me that answer. So
Okay.
once you're here, you usually had the menu item here, Asimi stake. And if you clicked on Asimi stake, you just came to the setup page of setting up your Asimi stake. But right now it opens, as of last Thursday, it opens a drop down menu. And here you have three new menu buttons. Of course, obviously the last one is the login stake setup page. But also I want to talk about those two new buttons here, because people should understand what they really mean. Minter stake is the new name of the previous Asimi stake, because now we have the login stake, which is also an Asimi stake, because you use your Asimi to stake that in the login stake. So Asimi stake wouldn't be a perfect name for both login stake and the Asimi stake. So that's why we had to distinguish here between a Minter stake, that's the new name for the old Asimi stake, and the login stake. If you hit on Minter stake setup, you can set up your Minter stake just like it was before. It used to be before. You see your available balance, and you just set up the new stake if you have enough Asimi in your balance. If you click on active Minter stake, that's exactly the same thing that we had before under transactions. At the very last spot here, it was active staking. That was the menu item that we had here. It just moved up to Asimi stake, because we thought it just fits a little better in the Asimi stake parent menu button here. And yeah, again, if you hit active Minter stake, you just see all the active staking that's going on in the Minter stake, all your stakes that are working for you, as long as you watch the add Minter ads and how many Asimi have already been returned to you, and how big your minting earning was, and all that really cool stuff. So now we should be going to the login stake because that's the topic we want to talk about today. And the login stake, here we have it, is the login stake page. Here we have everything that's important to know for setting up a login stake. Here you see my current login stake that shows you how many Asimi you have currently in the login stake. You can have one Asimi, one whole Asimi, up to 10,000 Asimi. That's the maximum that you can have. I obviously have it here, 10,000 Asimi. It would tell you in this little line here, would tell you how many Asimi are still left up to that 10,000 Asimi complete login stake. That's what we want to call it. So everybody should try to reach this complete login stake. That's then a 10,000 Asimi login stake. That's called again a complete login stake. So it tells you here in this line how many Asimi still left until you have that complete login stake. Then we have total login stake company-wide. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. That tells you how many Asimi are currently staked company-wide. So everybody on Hashing AdSpace who is using or taking advantage of the login stake, all those Asimi are displaying here. So right now it's a huge hit. You already see we have over 1 million Asimi in the login stake right now. That's 1,061,959 Asimi that are currently staked in the login stake. Then you see my total login stake percentage. That's the percentage that your amount of Asimi is versus the total login stake company-wide. So 10,000 Asimi from 1 million Asimi would obviously be 1%. But here we already have more than 1 million, so that's why I have a little less than 1% in the login stake company-wide. My total earnings, that's what I earned in total from the login stake from day one on, or from the day on that you staked in the login stake. And then we have my earning yesterday, which is obviously the earning that you got from the last calculation at the end of the day, which was in my case 9 point whatever Asimi. Then we go down a little bit here. This is where the magic really happens, because here we have available Asimi. Again, it shows you all your whole Asimi. So it doesn't count the decimal places, because that's not what you can stake in the login stake. You only can stake whole Asimi. So in my case, it would be 1,669 Asimi. So that's why this is already pre-filled here in that field here. And once you hit the blue button, in your case, it should show blue. As long as you don't have 10,000 Asimi already staked, it should still show blue. And then you can hit that button. You have to agree to the terms of the login stake, and then you just hit the dark blue button at the end of the pop-up of the terms, and then you have staked your Asimi. From that time on, all your Asimi in the login stake earn money for you as long as you log into Hashing AdSpace. That's the only requirement that you have, besides from having at least one Asimi in the login stake, is logging in to Hashing AdSpace. And not per se logging in is the action that we need. The action that we need is watching or viewing the login ad. So that's the requirement. You must watch the whole 15 seconds login ad of the day to be eligible for the revenue from your Asimi in the login stake. So then we have the next dark blue button, unstake your Asimi. That's pretty interesting with that. And I want to show you what you can do here. You can, as long as you have Asimi in the login stake again, you can unstake your Asimi. Or at least what this really does is you send an unstaking request. So for example, let's just do it here. If I want to have 1,000 Asimi back from my 10,000 Asimi, I just have to enter that number here. Then I have to hit unstake. A pop-up comes up that just tells me what this really means. We just quickly go through that, please. By clicking the button below, you send an unstake notice. This notice triggers a 30 days period for your Asimi tokens to be released and returned to your account balance. So nothing happens immediately. It's a 30 days period of release that you trigger with hitting on that light blue unstake button, or to be specific, by hitting that button here below. Second point is your Asimi in the login stake will continue to earn new Asimi tokens for you until your unstaking request has been processed and your Asimi have been returned to your account balance. Also important, if you send this unstake notice, nothing changes. So if I will then just check that button here, and nothing changes for me. So my 10,000 Asimi still stay in the login stake and earn every day. I watch the login ad, earn tokens for me from the login stake earning reward system. Then point 3, you can cancel an unstaking request anytime within the 30 days time frame by clicking on the cancel button. That's the button then we will be talking about in a second. And the fourth point is submitting a new unstake request with an existing pending unstake request will supersede the original request, and only your new request will then be pending. So what that means is just, okay, let's do that here. I approve that request, and now I have 1,000 Asimi to be unstaked 30 days from now. So by the 8th of October 2019, I should get my 1,000 Asimi back to my account balance. Then that's the processing thing. If I now want to, let's say, 500 Asimi, I can do that. If I do that and I hit the unstake button and I say yes, okay, I want to confirm what I want, it will not add up, but always the last unstaking amount will show up in your pending unstaking at the 8th, in that case, October 2019. So 500 Asimi will be returned to my account balance in 30 days. Okay, so always the amount.
What happens to the 1,000?
Yep. It's just cancelled.
Okay.
That's the thing. Again, you see that in point 4 here. Submitting a new unstaking request will with an existing pending unstake request will supersede, so it will replace the first request that you had, and only the new request is then the request that really counts. I hope that's clear here. So, and if you don't want to unstake, you can you have 30 days, obviously, to decide if you really want to have your 500 Asimi back, or if you want to leave them in the login stake. So if you hit the cancel button and you say, yes, I'm sure I want to cancel my unstaking request, my 500 Asimi in that case are just cancelled from the unstaking request, and nothing changes again, because if nothing changed when I sent the unstaking notice, of course nothing changes as well once I cancel that unstaking notice. What of course happens with every button that you click here, you will get an email notification telling you what you already just did in the login stake page, so that you just have the confirmation via email telling you what you just did. Is that clear until now, Conny?
Yeah. Well, I understand. So.
Now, I mean, you are hopefully a listener that tries to listen how a newbie also could listen. So you have to.
Well, that's why I asked you what's happening with the 1,000,
okay.
because you did a 500 on top of that. So maybe people want to know, so that's why.
Okay. So everybody hopefully understand everything. Of course, you can ask a question in the comment area, and we will be glad to answer that question. Below that login stake table, we have also something interesting. We have the description by default loaded here, so you can read here how everything works. We have the login staking formula, how your earnings will be calculated, which is kind of interesting, of course, if you know basic mathematical understanding here. If it's a problem for you to understand how this formula really works, it's not a problem, because you don't know how the formula works in order to get rewards from the login stake. So as long as you have a Asimi in the login stake, and as long as you log into Hashing Headspace on that day, you will get rewarded. And that's interesting, or important, I should say. So just for somebody who wants to really understand, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory here at the bottom as well. Percentage just is the earning percentage, because we need to determine the earning percentage so that you can so that then we can determine the earning in Asimi. So first we need the percentage, and the percentage is always, again, your Asimi versus the total login stake company wide. But not only that, because that's also interesting to know, it has a little Q here, and that means only the qualified stake counts for this formula. So what that means is, again, the earning percentage is your member login stake qualified. So as long as you logged in today, your login stake is already qualified because you watched the login ad. And that is divided by the total login stake company-wide, but also qualified. So, for example, this number here, the 1,062,000 Asimi, do not mean everything, because if only, for example, if only 900,000 Asimi were qualified because the owners of those Asimi logged in today to hashing AdSpace, then only 900,000 Asimi would count for that formula at the bottom here. So then the formula would be my 10,000 in that case, qualified of course because I logged in today, divided by 900,000 qualified Asimi in the login stake, and that times 100, that would be the percentage of my earning. And then we take that percentage and multiply it by 872, because that's the amount of Asimi that that hashing AdSpace shares every day, distributes every day among all qualified login stakeholders. And that percentage, again, times 872, is then my earning in Asimi. So let's do one quick math here with the calculator. Everybody can see my calculator, Conny?
No.
Yeah. No?
No.
Really not? Ah, okay. Oh, so that's not good. So we don't do that, because it's only the application that is sharing my screen here. Okay, anyway, you can do that calculation with a calculator. Just use all the numbers here. Of course, you can only have an estimate of the qualified Asimi because you don't know really how many Asimi are qualified of that login stake. I would suggest in the beginning of the login stake here that we are right now with the third day only, I would really say pretty much all Asimi will be qualified, because everybody wants their rewards from the login stake. So everybody is trying to at least log in once into their accounts to have the login stake rewards.
And
yes,
you have 10,000 Asimi in the login stake. That means that you got an extra stake in your minter stake, right?
Yeah, that's true. We have, I mean, Luke made that extra bonus here for people just reaching for that 10,000 Asimi complete login stake a little faster and give them some goodies. And that is, if you reach that 10,000 Asimi stake, you also get one extra ad view in the ad minter, which is then that you of course also share in the 17,438 tokens that are shared among all ad minters, of course. Yeah, that's pretty nice if you have that extra bonus as well. In addition to, anyway, having already 10,000 Asimi in the login stake. Yeah, that was that. I wanted to say something here as well. No. And the next thing that we have here is we have, next to the description, we have login stake history. That's also important. Just click on that here. And here you will see all your transactions in the login stake. So we have three types of transactions. That is login stake setup. Once you set up some Asimi in the login stake, you will will create that transaction here with the transaction ID. Then you have login stake earning. That's basically every day you log into your hashing AdSpace account, you will earn on your login stake. So that shows then here as login stake earning, and again a transaction ID and the date, of course. And the third transaction that would show up here is login stake returned. So once you make an unstaking request, and after 30 days, those requested Asimi actually return to your account balance, it will also show up here as login stake returned with the date, with the Asimi value. And then you always can keep track on what happened or what happens in your login stake, so that you just have a nice record of that.
But I just wanted to say, don't get confused by unstaking, because everything you earn right now from the login stake is going to be in your balance, okay? But when you're going to unstake, then you're only getting back what is staked, okay? So don't confuse by getting an extra earning on top of that, because you already had that.
Oh yeah, that's good information. Yeah, so
Yeah.
all the login stake earnings are, I just try
Get
to
that
rephrase it.
immediately.
So
Yeah.
yeah, all earnings don't just land anywhere in this login stake page or whatever. They land in your available account balance. So you pretty much see all earnings in your dashboard because they're in the second the calculation is made, they are added to your account balance and they are yours to keep, of course. Is that what you meant, right?
Yeah, so I wanted to tell people that when you unstake, you only unstake what you have staked, not
Yeah,
what
it
you.
has nothing to do,
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with your earnings because that's
yeah,
yeah, that's you have a stake that's earning for you exactly, and you can unstake that login stake Asimi, and they will be returned to you after 30 days. And again, the earnings already are in your account
yes.
balance. Every time you get an earning, that comes to your account balance is added to this.
There is
Um,
someone, I can't see their name because I'm not
yeah,
on Facebook right now, but there was someone asking what does returned mean?
yeah, that's what I wanted that's what I explained right now. Returned just means that the login stake, so the Asimi that you placed in the login stake, actually are returned to your account balance. So after sending an unstaking request 30 days from that, this request will be processed, and then these Asimi or the amount that you requested will be put back in your account balance. That's what returned means. So it's not a
Yeah,
return in terms of earning or whatever, because for earning we have the term earning, and for being returned, being put back to your account balance, we have the term login stake returned. So that's also here. Yeah, that's also here, of course. So returned only counts if you really unstaked successfully and your Asimi got returned to your account balance.
yeah. And we have Mudasar, is
Mhm.
that correct? Are you on Facebook? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it on Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
Aha, I can. Sorry, I can of course show the
Yeah,
things,
you
the
can see it
questions.
here in the live comments. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the other window.
Okay.
So I want to see. Do you want to the first? Let's have both here. First
Yeah.
is we're all waiting for the rise again. High Asimi prices in market. Guess? Have you guys a question? A guess about it? Something like that. Well, Connie, you can say something about that. Hopefully.
Well, I can just say it again because we are in
Yeah.
the crypto world, guys, and that means that we are all staking, view to earn minting, logging in the stake. Oh, so that means that everybody is busy working with the Asimi. If people are going to the market, so that means they are going to the wallet, the Waves wallet, they're going to, sell it or buy it or do anything with the Asimi, that means that the Asimi is doing something. So everybody who is using the Asimi in the wallet, in the Waves wallet, in the how do you say that? In the transaction, no, the I forgot the name.
Asimi wallet?
In
No.
the decent, yeah,
Waves decentralized exchange.
yeah,
Waves DEX.
yeah, the what's it called? Well, it doesn't matter. When they sell or buy it, then they are
Exchange.
exchanging it. So the Asimi is jumping up and down. So what really happens is the community, we all are working with that. So if the price is doing that, then we all are doing that. Okay, can you just understand what that means? It's not one person that's doing that. It's not the owner of Hashing at Space that's doing that. No, all the users we here in the community are doing that. That's the only
Yeah,
thing I can
it's
tell.
everything is true what Connie said, of course, and it's even simpler. I mean, the thing is, it's just a question of supply and demand.
Yeah,
That's the easiest answer for everybody asking why the price is where it is right now. And if you really understand what we're creating here, what we are building here with Hashing Headspace, the community, the economy, the advertising platform, then you wouldn't be worried at all about the price because we're building an advertising platform. People can come here and can advertise to an audience of right now over 200,000 people on Hashing Headspace. And potentially, of course, because people are watching ads in the view to earn system, people are watching ads in the ad minter because they have set up some mint stakes, people are logging in, of course, to hashing ad space,
Yeah,
so they
so
see the
also
login,
watching the login ad.
and they're watching the login ad, of course. So that all is value for an advertiser. So advertisers can promote whatever they want as long as it's in line with the advertising rules that we have on hashing ad space, can promote something on hashing ad space. And people or advertisers in that case need Asimi for putting ads on hashing ad space's ad space. And once they need Asimi, they have to buy Asimi first. So they create a demand for Asimi, okay? And obviously people are selling some Asimi to feed that demand, if you want to call it like that. And once we have that turning point, that more Asimi are needed than what people are selling right now, so that the demand is higher than the supply, we naturally have a turning point in the Asimi price. And that will come. The only thing that we have right now is we are in the first 4 years of hashing ad space. And if you watch any of Luke Millard's videos, explanation videos, or when he introduces a new product or something, he most always says at the end of his videos, and don't be worried, and just be with us, and thanks for having you on hashing ad space, because we are here for the next decades to come. That's always his ending, his last sentence. And that means decades to come. So 10, 20, 30, 40 years probably, hashing ad space will be still around if nothing really bad happens. And that should tell you the first 4 years in hashing ad space. We're only in the first 11 months with hashing ad space here. We're only able to sell or to trade the Asimi since the end, or since the beginning of February. So this year in February, the Asimi trading began on the decentralized exchange Waves. So this is very, very new and very, very young here. So again, what I wanted to say, in the first 4 years, we have 17,438 tokens coming into circulation every day. Because people on hashing ad space who are watching ads in the ad minter are minting their ads. So they are rewarded with those 17,438 tokens for watching ads. So basically those
Divided by all the
17,000,
people who are doing that.
yeah. So basically all those 17 Asimi are coming into circulation every day. As long as people do not need 17,000 tokens per day, we have more supply than demand. Once we have equally, for example, people needing 17,438 tokens per day, and we have 17,438 tokens per day coming to circulation, we have an equation, equality between demand and supply. But once we have more advertisers or more people who want to stake on hashing ad space, we have a higher demand than we have supply for Asimi tokens. And then, of course, it just naturally turns around, because what is scarce is naturally rising in value. And that's what will happen. So I'm really not even in the slightest doubt that the Asimi price will rise in the future. It's just really hard to explain. I always try that. Every week I fail explaining how the demand and supply thing really works, because this is basic economy. It's not really hard to understand, but you have to grasp the basics around that, and just try to understand it.
Yeah, it's really, don't worry about the price of the Asimi, guys. You should just watch your view to earn ads, all 50 of them, and do the login stake. Use your view to earn whatever you earned in that, and put it in your login stake and make even more. So that's what I should suggest to you guys. Log in every day, watch that one ad that you need to watch when you log in, because that's important, and do that every day, and don't worry about the price. don't
It's
don't,
even
don't
it's
stare
even the
on
other
that.
it's even the other way around what we have right now. You should be happy if you come new to hashing ad
Yeah,
space, or even if you are only a few weeks here, or even if you are since the beginning here. Just be happy what we have here right now. We have a very, very, it's not a very, very, but it's a rather low Asimi price. We have 6 cents for the last 4 weeks already or so. So By the way, even this is a good sign. We have a quite stable Asimi price, even that the supply is much higher than the demand right now. We have a quite stable 6 cents Asimi price for 3 to 4 weeks already. So this means right now you can collect and accumulate so many Asimi, literally as much as you want or as many as you want. For purchasing Asimi with some Bitcoin, for example, you get way more Asimi than you probably will get in the future. So collect and accumulate right now, because those few Asimi that you can collect, accumulate, earn in the view to earn, for example, or in the login stake, those few Asimi could be much more valuable, and in my understanding will be much more valuable in the future. So you
And
will be glad that you joined
that's not
Hashing
the
Ad
only
Space
thing.
right now and that you watched those 50 ads every day, because 5, 6 Asimi right now could be, will be, in my understanding, very valuable in the future. Sorry.
And that's not the only thing, because we are forgetting a very big thing, because now is the time to do that. The more people who are coming in here, the more people, those 17,000 tokens should be, distributed by everybody who is using it. And that's the same thing for the login app, the login stake. So do that now, guys, because now you get the most of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's really not the time to be depressed or frustrated or whatever about the Asimi price. Yes, we all want to see a strong Asimi token in the future, but I'm quite happy that it is where it is right now, because now I can collect, now I can accumulate, and in the future it's like in the Bitcoin early phases. I always refuse to compare Bitcoin exactly 100% with Asimi, because we have a very different model. Bitcoin was introduced as kind of replacement for a currency system, for a money system in the world, as a whole world currency, if you will. The Asimi is a very, very narrowed
Oh,
down utility token. We have Asimi only right now, only on hashing ad space. You need Asimi if you want to interact on hashing ad space, if you want to exchange value, if you want to have something that a hashing ad space can offer, you have to give Asimi in return. So that's a very narrow use case, but still we have the Asimi token at a very low price right now. In that way, you can compare it to the Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin was also very cheap at the beginning, and people were selling Bitcoin because they didn't believe anymore in Asimi. And we have that case with those 10,000 Bitcoin for two or one, I guess it was two pizzas. It doesn't matter if it one or two pizzas, it's anyway way too cheap. And he was just giving 10,000 Bitcoin for two pizzas. That's, or if it was $30, it's a high
it's a
amount, I
high
would say.
price.
10,000 is 10,000 Bitcoin. That would now be something like 100 million dollars.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not saying that the Asimi will go the same path, but it could be, if it's only a fraction of that success story that we had with the Bitcoin. Hey, so many wallets will just explode in value, including my wallet, by the way. I'm not bragging here, but I'm just, I have been a believer in hashing ad space from the very second I understood what we have here with hashing ad space. And the Asimi is just, I just love Asimi. I just love every fraction of this little
The
token. I just
name
love
is only beautiful.
the name, even is beautiful. It's just, Luke Millard and his team did a very nice job creating hashing ad space, and the whole that we have an economy that's also even more attractive to me, because it's just not an advertising platform. It's not just a pay to click website. We have those
Oh,
elements, yes,
no.
but we have our own token, our own crypto token. That's as strong as the Bitcoin in terms of cryptography, and in terms of use case, in terms of how big this thing could really become.
Think of
But
all those companies right now are trying to copy this. Think of that.
yeah,
Why is that? Because this is really unique, guys.
but
So
they
think
can't
of
keep
that.
up.
You
They
see
can't
all
keep
those,
up.
you see, no, but you see all those companies coming up,
Yeah.
they're starting a little bit the same, and also with a little bit that concept, trying to be the same, but it's not the same, guys. They are
No,
not
it
going
can't
to,
be.
they
It
are
can't be
not
the
going
same.
to reach what we are going to reach. So,
I will tell you one reason why it can never be the same with any other platform that are even trying to copy us 100%, because they don't have Conny and myself and Ferry
That's
doing
true.
the Sunday Q&A live sessions. I mean, that sounds like a joke, but it's what I mean is the truth. We have people
We are
really
real.
standing how we are true, standing behind the project, behind every single word that we're saying. And I'm not saying I understand everything that Luke Millard has in his mind about what are in his plans and stuff and all that, new products and new features and new options, whatever. But I tried, and I still every day try to understand as much as I can from this whole concept, from the whole economy, how an economy really works. Every participant in an economy is important. So you, if you're watching this, if you're brand new and only with hashing Headspace for one day, you are as important to the whole economy as as a person like Frank Calabro Jr., who is one of the biggest stakers in hashing Headspace, for example. Everybody is as important as everybody because everybody literally has its position in hashing Headspace. But
Everybody
that's
is just well together with the community.
true.
Nobody is
Exactly.
more than anybody else. So
And the more active you are in the Facebook hashing Headspace Facebook group, for example, the more you are contributing to hashing Headspace, whether it be positive or negative. So I really suggest you to be positive in the Facebook group by just commenting. You can ask questions. It's not a problem to ask questions. It can even be a question about the Asimi price. We don't have anything against against those questions as long as the person has a genuine interest in getting the answer for that question. And we are not tired. We don't get tired to answer that question, as you probably see here in this video, in this live broadcast. But a person has to try to understand why they are asking that question and why we're giving the answer the way we're giving the answer. You know, this is just a really simple project, but very complex in the reach and what really can do for everybody of us. So that's why we're just so excited talking about hashing Headspace
I
every
can, well,
Sunday.
yeah, of course, but I can imagine that if you are, well, jumping in hashing at space and you are new, and welcome, by the way, but if you are new, then I can imagine that there are a lot of things in hashing at space right now. So it's overwhelming, and I can understand that people have questions because
Yeah.
there's so much. I can understand, yeah.
Yeah, totally. So that's another reason why you should really join us every Sunday. And even if you were with us last Sunday, you should be with us next Sunday as well, because we're always talking about different topics and we're always trying to make people understand a bit more than they were the previous day, for example. So is it okay for you, Connie, if I go back to the screen share one more time?
Of course. Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
wanted to.
just click the comments away.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
So, okay. Because I wanted to tell you a little quick thing about the login stake. By the way, we have 4,000 more Asimi in the login stake, so it's really a huge hit. People are staking left and right in the login stake. The thing what I wanted to tell you is because there could be some kind of confusion about that. The description says pretty much nothing about the 30. Oh, it says something about 30 days here. Sorry, unstake your Asimi anytime. Requested Asimi will be returned after 30 days. So we talked about that a little bit. As long as you do not send an unstaking request, nothing will be returned to you except for the earnings, of course, if you log in at that day. So that means if you do nothing, if you do not unstake your Asimi will remain in the login stake at least for the trial period of 12 months right now. That's the period that Luke Millard chose for the login ad so that we can see if it's appreciated, if it's working well for us as well as a company and that people are using this thing. So 12 months is the trial period. So as long as you don't send an unstaking request, your Asimi will remain there. If you want to have your Asimi back, so your stake back, again, you have to make this unstaking request, and 30 days from that, your Asimi will be returned to your account balance. So the minimum time frame that you have is 30 days. If you want to use that very minimum time frame, you have to do the following. You just go to the login stake page and you stake your Asimi. Right in the second that appear in your my current login stake, like that here, 10,000, you should exactly now unstake all your 10,000 or whatever sim you want to have back, because then you are using the 30 days as the shortest amount of time that you could ever use. After 30 days, they will be returned to your account balance, and you can stake them again in the login stake if you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about the login stake and about the 30 days minimum, leaving them in the login stake as your current login stake.
So that
So that's,
means that if you are going to, well, let's say you do the login stake and you put something in there, and you let it run for, let's say, 15 days. Okay, and after 15 days, you say, okay, I want to unstake it. And you are getting it back after 30 days. So don't forget that.
yeah, always 30 days from the time you send the unstaking request.
So you have to wait another 2 weeks until it's returned to you.
Yeah, exactly. So, anything else that we should be talking about? I mean, I said it as a side note, we have over 200,000 members on Hashing Headspace for a few days already. So it's really, I mean, compare this to other platforms out there. I mean, some platforms I know of, they have problems to reach the 40,000 members mark. I'm not saying that this is easy, because I'm not an admin at all in any of those platforms, and I have never wanted to be an admin or to launch my own platform. But we have 200,000. This is really already getting really big here. And if you know Luke Malaud's plans that are reaching 1 million members by the end of 2020, right? I guess it was in the roadmap. So, and even that is not even the beginning of the end. This is only the start for the real Hashing Headspace. Then, I mean, we have the real Hashing Headspace already, of course, but our plans are really huge, and this is only the beginning. And one more reason why you should be here and why you should be happy to have those few Asimi that you can earn the view to earn right now, which are, by the way, 6 Asimi daily that you can earn for those 6 cents. So advertisers obviously are appreciating people watching their ads, and they are paying people enough so that people can have 6 Asimi a day. You can throw them immediately into the login stake, getting even more rewards from the login stake. And yeah, you just be on Hashing Headspace. By the way, I have another cool thing. We are among the 8,105 most important websites on the web.
Oh, good.
According to the Alexa rank. And that's
Okay.
really, I should show you, I guess. Wait a minute,
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, show that.
Because, I mean, words are strong, but pictures are stronger,
Just, we want proof. We want proof.
Of course, you get your proof. Welcome to Alexa, that's good. Welcome to Alexa. Oh, we even climbed another one more time.
good.
Wow, that's okay. So, no, don't remove it. Oh my God, add to stream, yes. Okay, good. So, do you see it? We're
Yes.
on Alexa. That's the website for those who don't know. This is an Amazon.com company, obviously. So this is the service Amazon is offering, and here you can have a look at the importance, or I should say, it's not really the importance, but websites are ranked on Alexa for how long people are staying on a website, and of course how many people, how many unique views are there on a daily, on a weekly, and on a monthly, on a yearly basis. And if you type in hashingheadspace.com here, for example, you get all the data for Hashing Headspace. That's available for everybody. You don't have to pay anything for that. And if you come down here, at this spot here, it tells you the Alexa rank 90-day trend. And daily time on the site, average time in minutes and seconds that a visitor spends on this site each day is 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And we are among the 7,915 most viewed websites on the web. And that's amazing, because I can remember 2 or 3 weeks ago we were among the 15,000
15, yeah.
most viewed websites. 2 or 3 days ago, I had a look at this Alexa rank. We were under the 8,100 or so. Now we are even 7,915. So please imagine what that really means. We have millions of websites on the web. Everybody can create a WordPress website and can have their own content on it, trying to be a huge blogger, whatever. So all those websites.
You can also see that on the left you see the hashing at space, and then another time hashing at space, and then it says hashing at space login. See that?
Yeah.
And then hashing at space login again.
Yeah.
See the difference in the people logging in more because of the login state?
Ah, that could be true. Yes, true. Yeah,
So
interesting.
that's also a good thing, guys. So
Yeah, it's totally. Yeah, again, so this is really a website or a rank, Alexa rank, that should tell you something about a website. Everybody who is trying to rank or to what's the word, to tell if a website is a good website or is a platform that you should consider joining or being a member of or something like that. Everybody is telling you should always check the Alexa rank. And of course, if it's a new website, the Alexa rank is not even available sometimes. But in that case, we already have a 10, 11 months old website, and we have quite, quite a pretty is the word quitty, a quite pretty remarkable Alexa rank already. So
my
this
horse
is
is called Pixie. That looks a little bit like that.
okay. Yeah, okay. So really, this is huge. This is huge, and yeah. Again, we are at the beginning, and we're at the beginning with Asimi, and the Asimi is rather low right now. Accumulate, collect as many Asimi as possible. We're in the first 4 years anyway with the Asimi, so pretty many Asimi are coming to circulation. I wasn't continuing, by the way, before, because after 4 years, the next 4 years, we only have half the amount coming to circulation every day. So then it's only 8,000 Asimi or something. After the next 4 years, we only have half the amount again. So then it's only 4,000 Asimi coming to circulation every day. And that halves pretty much every 4 years. So the first 4 years is the phase of collecting and accumulating as many Asimi as possible. Don't even bother, don't even think about the price. It's not an issue. It's just as
It's
it is.
not important right
It's
now.
not important right now.
I
Exactly.
know you guys are trying to earn something. I know how many people think, but this you see it as a business, okay? Don't see it as a rush, because when you start with a business, you're paying money first. When you're starting, let's say you're starting a store with some clothing in it, then you have to pay the rent for the store first. Then you have to, put some things in there, because otherwise you can't sell those clothes. So that costs you money. Guys, so don't think about that, okay? You need to put in something first, and then maybe something comes out. You never know, okay?
Another thing is, I mean, people are sometimes they are complaining about the low price that they're getting for 50 ads or so. Just compare what you earn here on Hashing AdSpace with other pay-to-click websites. I saw the other day, I saw a website offering, and that was really like, hey, we're paying that per ad, and that was 0.001 US dollar. 0.001. So that's 1/10 of a cent.
Yeah.
And they were bragging around because they offer obviously really huge returns. You are earning right now, if it's, let's say if it's 5 Asimi per day, okay? Because right now it's something about 6 Asimi, but let's say if it's only 5 Asimi per day and 1 Asimi is 6 cents, that's already 30 cents for 50 ads. 30 real US dollar cents. In Asimi, of course. In your account balance, not withdrawable immediately, because we have a withdrawal limit, which is right now $50 worth of Asimi, but I have a huge announcement as well with that, not according to a date, but this will be lowered in the future. Luke Millard says that always, not always, but sometimes in his videos, or when he's answering himself responding to a question in the comment sections, we will have lower withdrawal limits. But as of now, it's just not the main topic that we have to work on, because we have to roll out the login stake. We have to see that everything works as it should. We have to constantly make sure that the view to earn ads run as they should be running. We have to constantly work on the website, that it is accessible. Sometimes we have some login issues. Just don't bother about those as well. We'll have that covered in the future as well, because we are set for the future and for scaling and for really becoming a really huge platform. Everybody can earn tokens on, everybody can watch ads, everybody can advertise, of course, everybody can have affiliate teams, people of referrals, and earning huge affiliate commissions, which you could do, by the way, right now as well. You will earn very many Asimi for referring others, because the total amount of Asimi is, again, quite attractive, because in the future they could be much more valuable when the Asimi rises again. So that's, again, another topic we should not forget about.
Well, I wanted to say something because,
Yeah, of course.
what I see in most people complaining about that are people who are just starting for free. Don't forget that. Because you started for free. It doesn't cost you anything to do. You are going to learn about Asimi. You're going to learn about Bitcoin. You're going to learn about cryptocurrency and how everything works. Okay? See that as value. That's the first thing you need to see. Then you're earning Asimi for nothing. And people are complaining about the price. Okay, don't do that. Because when you are going to put in something for yourself, then it's a different story. But if you are for free, don't worry about that.
True. Also, we had some complaints, something about sometimes about the new slider. I mean, the rather new slider in the view to earn system. For people have to swish. Is it swishing? It's moving a slider from one end to another end. Not exactly to the other end, but you have to place a puzzle part in the free spot in the picture. And that's only for people who are only using the view to earn system as free members, which means people who do not have staked a minter stake, of course, not the login stake, but a minter stake. They have to solve the captcha with the slider. As long as you have at least one minter stake set up in hashing ad space, all the sliders just disappear. So people who are complaining about the sliders because it takes them 3 seconds more to complete an ad, which is not bad in my understanding, because it makes the website much more secure, and the audience, the advertising audience for advertisers, much more secure, much more real humans, because people were trying to cheat hashing ad space. Yes, that happens sometimes, that people are creating bots and whatever just to gain a little more Asimi for their bot traffic, which is, it's awful if I think about that. But anyway, people are trying that. And so we had to put those sliders, and we had to put those Google captcha thing every 20 ads, because we want to make hashing ad space as real and as human as possible, so that advertisers have a real audience to advertise to, because that's what brings value to hashing ad space. That's what brings value to the Asimi ultimately. So if you're not happy with the slider, set up a minter stake. $100 worth of Asimi. You get 1,750 something Asimi right now for $100. That could be worth a lot of money in the future, a lot of fiat currency exchange money, and you just don't have to use the sliders anymore. That's just probably the last words from myself. And with those, I think I will just end my rather long monologues here today. I'm sorry if I bored some, but I really wanted to make clear about the login stake and about everything I was talking about, because it's just, I hope you feel it. It's really, hashing airspace and the Asimi is my life. I, of course, have another life as well, next to the Asimi, next to hashing airspace. But when I wake up in the morning and when I go to sleep in the evening, pretty much the last thing I think of before falling asleep is something about the Asimi or hashing headspace, or my beautiful wife, of course, lying next to me.
I should say your wife, right?
Oh, she's thankfully there anyway. But yeah, hashing headspaces as well. Okay, that's a difficult comparison. So anyway, Connie, these were my last words. Connie will sign off the show. Thanks for watching from my side, and we'll see us hopefully next week, next Sunday. And now, Connie, please.
Well, guys, first of all, I want to tell you guys, don't forget to watch your 50 ads every day. Do the view to earn. Do that. Try to put whatever you earn from that in the login stake and earn even more. Okay? And if you are in for free, then congratulations because you are earning for free. Okay? So do that. That's what I wanted to say to you guys. If you have any more questions, you can also go to the Facebook group. So don't worry. You can also get your question answered over there. Well, thank you for watching here, guys. I can't see your names, but well, thank you for asking these questions because, well, we should, and we should all teach you guys how it works too. But also, you need to learn yourself. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Hashing at Space because we have that. Okay, there are a lot of movies that Luke made and explaining a lot about Asimi, about hashing at space, about the login ads, about the Minters ads, everything. Okay, so please try to go there and watch those videos. And if you don't understand after, you can also ask here in the Facebook group. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope I will see you guys next week, Sunday, 7 p.m., and I will see you there. Okay, bye.
Ciao, ciao, bye bye.